Welcome back, everyone. So today is kind of a victory of sorts in the Lori Vallow case. Now, I have been waiting for quite a while now myself to finally get the footage you're about to see. And yes, it is long. It's about 30 minutes in length of the actual video itself, unedited. I knew about this incident and report, and I'm guessing a lot of people do who have actually investigated this actual case itself. But back to what I was saying is I knew about this incident, but I was not able to document it because the Gilbert Police Department there in Arizona had refused until recently to release the body foot camera footage, chest camera, and because one officer's wearing it on his chest, another one's wearing it on his lapel. They refused to release the information, and if it wasn't for the East Idaho News Bureau, who has been reporting extensively on the Lori Vallow case, if they wouldn't have filed for a Freedom of Information request, we may not have seen it anytime soon. And I, myself, along with Samantha, we filed for a Freedom of Information request to get this footage almost a month ago. And we were told that we were going to have to probably show up in court there in Gilbert, Arizona to get the footage. But luckily, the East Idaho News Bureau was able to get the report first and get the actual release. Now, I'm going to play the video of this incident unedited. Some of the things that you're going to learn in here in this video is one, that Charles Vallow himself, in his own voice, says that Lori had, for the last 4 or 5 years, had increasingly gotten more involved into this cult group, and that she had started to lose touch with reality, and now in this incident she had completely lost touch. The second thing you're going to learn is that Charles had filed paperwork to have her have a mental health evaluation, and he was out of town. And when he was gone, he came back and he found out that she had cleaned out the house, taken the children, taken all of his clothing, and that she believed that Charles was somebody else, that he was no longer Charles. You will also learn that she thought not only that was Charles a dark spirit and the children a dark spirit, but his 3 boys from his previous marriage, who were away in college, were dark spirits, along with their bishop from the LDS church that they attended there for close to 12 years in Gilbert, Arizona. And all this, keep in mind, was happening shy of their 13th wedding anniversary, months before he actually was shot and killed by Alex Cox. You will also learn in this video that Lori, at the time of this incident, has a driver's license out of Hawaii, not out of Arizona, not out of Utah, where she commonly took off to and for periods of time and without her kids. Now, there's been a lot of speculation and a lot of misinformation online that, when she took off for the 54 days, that she took Ty Lee with her, and that, when she took off for this period of time, she usually took Ty Lee with her. Not always. That was not always the case. She took off sometimes for 2, 4 days, 7 days, 9 days, and up to 54 days. And she didn't always take Ty Lee with her, and nor did she always take JJ with her. In this incident, she took not only his 19-year-old nephew, who was living in their home because he was attending a local community college, and she also took Ty Lee, JJ, the service dog, took all his clothing, the home computer, all the food out of the house, everything. And yes, his truck. So this is a documentation. This proves three things. One, that she did go off the rails 4 or 5 years prior. Two, that she had been taken off to Utah because Charles says it himself that she had been taken off and listening to people who were from Utah. And I talked about that over a month ago. But I said I couldn't prove it, entirely. But now we have a little bit more proof from actually Charles himself in his voice. Three, the third thing we can prove from this is that she did steal his truck, and it confirms the stolen vehicle report that he had filed with the Phoenix Police Department and the welfare and mental health evaluation that he had filed with Gilbert, Arizona. Four, with this video also proves is that Lori had taken off multiple times before, and at least once at those times before had gone to Hawaii and had tried to establish residency in Hawaii because she had a Hawaii driver's license. So, all right, I'm going to play the video for you now. Keep in mind, there are periods of times when they actually purposely remove the some of the audio where you don't hear certain information because they are transmitting between either the police, confidential information between the police and the officers there. They removed that because they're talking about personal information of either Ty Lee, JJ, or with Charles Vallow. And there are other points of it where the audio cuts out, and we're only talking about 6 seconds in total length here for each of those instances. And the video is foggy in some areas because the officer is going from outside where it's cold, inside where it's warm, and coming back out again. So the lens does fog up. This is raw. This is exactly, and this is the best footage we're ever going to get on this incident. So enjoy. And again, this is the completely unedited 30 minutes of the incident of the chest camera from the two officers there that day. Enjoy.
So what's going on tonight?
I can't get in touch with my kids.
How old are your kids?
6.5 and 16. Okay.
How long have you been trying?
2 days.
Okay.
But she's lost her mind. I don't know how else to say it. We're LDS. She thinks she's a resurrected being and a God and member of the 144,000. Jesus is coming next year. She took all the money out of her bank account today. My truck is gone from the airport. She went to the airport and got it. I just flew in from Dallas. Houston and Dallas. So,
where's your truck?
I don't know. Okay. A friend of mine's truck picked me up. I went to the CSI Vallow Fort, which is the Community Bridges or something. Vallow Fort.
So you did the petition?
Yeah, they ordered a pickup.
Okay. What time did you do that?
Hour and a half ago.
Okay. So what makes her a danger to herself and to others?
She threatened me, murder me, kill me.
She threatened to murder you?
Yes. And she said,
how did she do that?
My bishop right there is in the car. He was on the phone with me today when she said, I will have you destroyed. That's what she said there.
Okay, that's not a threat to kill you.
Yesterday was a threat to kill me.
Okay. What did she say yesterday?
She said, you're not Charles. I don't know who you are, what you did with Charles, but I can murder you now with my powers.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Says I'm gonna kill you too. Yesterday was
So she's speaking as a spiritual being.
She's not here. She's lost her reality.
Is this just all recent, or has it been going on?
It's been going on for about 4 or 5 years. It's gotten really, really bad lately. She goes to the temple every day and speaks with Moroni and Jesus Christ. And they tell her what to do. And now she came to her today, and last couple of days she says, I'm not Charles. You're not Charles. You're Nick Schneider. I don't know where she gets his names from. She got all this stuff from these people in Utah who tell her how many past lives she's had and probation she's had. And she's was married to Moroni way back when. And she was also married to James the Just. And
Okay, this is all foreign to me, so.
It's foreign to me.
Well, I'm not LDS.
It's crazy stuff.
I know you're using LDS terms here.
But it's just she's nonsensical.
Okay.
And I haven't seen her.
Is he the older one or the younger one?
Young. He's 6.5 years old.
Okay.
Okay. I want to do this now. You've got a pickup order. Am I correct?
We do.
Okay. If she doesn't answer, what do we do?
If she doesn't answer, we can't enforce the order.
Can I break into my house?
Do you live here?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My lease. I paid the lease.
Do you guys have any orders of protections against you?
No, we do not.
So, no police reports?
No, nothing.
Okay. So how does she pose a threat to your children?
I don't know what she's going to do with them. I don't know if she's going to flee with them. She's going to hurt them.
You don't even know if she's here, right?
Today on the phone. I can't. All the cars are the garage is closed. I don't know. She locked the garage door.
I know.
I've been up there yet.
I know. But what I'm hold on.
Sorry.
What I'm saying is, do you normally park 2 vehicles in the garage, inside the garage?
Correct.
Okay. So it's a possibility that her car and your truck are inside there?
I don't think she could fit my truck and her car at the same time. She may put them somewhere else. She said to me, all your stuff is gone. Charles' stuff is gone. Okay. You're not Charles, your stuff is gone. I don't know what that means.
And how long have you been trying to get in touch with the kids?
Since yesterday.
Since yesterday? Like last night or yesterday morning? Or?
Landed in Houston Tuesday about 10.
Okay. Why did you leave?
There's a trip in Houston.
Okay. And when did you leave?
Tuesday morning about 5 a.m.
Okay. Tuesday, all right. Well, it's...
Wednesday night.
So you left yesterday?
Yeah.
You left yesterday morning? Flew to Houston? Flew back today? Tonight?
She canceled my flight. She came to the airport, took my truck.
Did she tell you that?
No, she knows the code. She knows where it's parked. She wouldn't.
Did she go with you to the airport?
No, but she's been. I go to the airport. I fly 45 round trips a year. She knows where I park. I've got handicapped plates because JJ's handicapped. So,
did you file a stolen vehicle report with Phoenix?
I know she took it.
How do you know? You suspect?
I suspect.
Okay.
I suspect.
All right.
I know your term. So.
Okay.
Yeah. But
without concrete evidence, we can't say.
I suspect.
Okay.
And she has the keys, the code. It's a Ford. The code, door code.
Door code.
And I just want to see my boys okay. And she's got a pickup order. I need to go. She needs to go, and I'm going to take my stuff.
So you normally live here?
Yeah, oh yeah, I live here.
Okay.
Yeah, all my stuff's in my house.
Okay.
We got a service dog in it, beautiful dog. My daughter's in the front window right there.
So let me ask you this: when you came back, why didn't you just go to the home?
Because she told me not to come near it. All my stuff is gone.
Okay.
I'm not stupid. She could have done anything.
Okay.
I thought this would be the best way to do it. With what she's gone through and what Gabe witnessed with me on the phone today, I thought it was best to have her. She's psychologically, she's gone. Something's happened to her.
How old is she?
30, 45.
45.
Beautiful,
So if we talk to her, is she going to be able to have a rational conversation with us?
Oh, she will. I'm sure she will.
Okay.
Yeah,
She'll probably tell me I'm crazy, huh? Is that what you suspect?
Okay. You're a dark spirit. That's what she's going to tell you.
Okay.
I'm a dark spirit. Gabe's with me. He's our bishop. He's going to be a dark spirit. Whatever that means. You're evil.
And you said this has been going on for like 4 years?
Well, it's to an extent, but it's gotten really bad in the last several months. And I do try to ignore it because hoping it'll get better.
Is she on any medications?
No. She won't do medications.
Has she been to the doctor?
No, she won't go to the doctor because she's a translated being, and they would find out she's translated. She cannot be killed. She cannot die.
And that's what she thinks?
Yes.
Okay. And she's been telling you?
Yes, and Gabe too.
Okay.
He heard this, not just me. This is I love her to death. This is kill the officer.
Oh, I can understand.
Our 13th anniversary next month. We've done had a great marriage. All of a sudden, the last month, it just blew up.
Mm-hmm.
She just lost connection.
Okay. So has she made any statements about wanting to hurt the children or anything?
Today, she said with Gabe on the phone, come take the kids. I don't care what happens to them. Come take them.
Okay, but she didn't make a direct threat towards the kids.
No, not a direct threat.
Okay. And then she said that she would murder you through a spiritual...
No, she said, I can murder you.
I can murder you. And she's talking in a
I will kill you.
spiritual.
No, she's talking physically. I will kill you because you're not Charles, and nobody will care.
Okay. So she at this point doesn't think you are her husband?
She thinks I'm Nick Schneider.
Who's Mick
I
Schneider?
have no idea.
Okay.
It's the name she used. I don't know where it came from.
Okay.
I'm just like, I'm as bewildered as you are. This is so foreign to me. Normal people, as far as I'm concerned, that, you know, this happens, it just drives me, I don't know what to do. I need help, and she needs help. She needs help. And I go to bed. I got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. I got to take my son.
And you just didn't want to go inside because of the statements that she made?
She took my car and I suspect she took my car and my keys. I had no keys to get in.
Oh, okay.
I'm a garage door opener.
Okay.
She knows what she's doing. She took $35,000 out of our bank account today. I can't make payroll Friday for my company. It's just, she changed our bank account numbers. I had to change it myself to get back in, and I saw all the money's gone. I've got $7 in my name.
So, what's your first name again?
Charles.
Charles lives here with his wife and 2 children. Charles was away on business.
Third nephew upstairs, his name is Zach. He's 19. He's our nephew. He's staying with us.
Have you tried to call him?
He won't call me back either.
Why won't he call you back?
No.
Okay.
That's what I'm worried about. I hope they're okay, but I don't know.
It's valid.
Alright. So, his question is, he lives here, there's no orders against either one of them. If we can't make contact,
If he wants to let us in, we're doing a 670 check.
I don't know how to get in. I can have to break the window. I can try to.
where I was going with this, he was in Houston on a business trip, and then he flies back in to Sky Harbor and his truck's gone. He suspects that she went there and took the truck. He doesn't know.
Use my wallet in it, so.
Alright. Is it this house or the one with the flashing lights?
It's right there.
On the side of the road.
Oh, where those palm trees are?
And I can try the key code on the garage. I don't know if they changed it or not. I think I know the code. We just moved in January 1st. And Gabe Bonilla here lives right down the corner. He will tell you if he was on the phone with her today with me. I passed it in and she said all that stuff.
Does she have any?
Yes, she does.
She does?
Right there.
Does she know how to use
I
it?
don't know if she knows how to use it. I don't know.
Is it?
Code.
You have to hit star or pound.
You have an alarm system?
No. Oh, they changed it. There you go. Cars are all gone. She is gone. I don't know where my kids are. They're all gone.
Is there anything in her place in here, like she might have taken off somewhere?
All 4 cars are gone.
Oh, you have 4 cars.
My daughter has one. Zach, our nephew, has one. I have my truck and she has an Infinity. I don't know where my son is.
Who's the oldest?
You have the right to force entry, so.
Who's the oldest child?
Tyler, I've got 3 in college, so they're gone.
Who lives here? That's the
Tyler is
oldest.
16. Zach is 19. He's our nephew. He's living here.
Okay. And you tried calling him?
Yes.
Why won't he
I
answer?
don't know. He won't answer. She's got him buffaloed too. I don't know what she told him.
And then,
There's back doors, but they're locked up.
You already checked it.
Yeah. Well, if there's a key to the, I gotta adjust this gate to get out of the pool to go to the back door.
yeah, you'll have to call, it was at Sky Harbor, right? You'll have to call Phoenix Police and they'll get all your information. You don't have a hidden key?
No, it's in the house.
So it's not hidden?
JJ can open it, then we have to keep those locks ready.
Understand.
He's a runner.
So the dog's gone too?
Obviously, he'd be barking. He doesn't bark much. He's a service dog. Very well trained, but he would be barking. He never would leave him here. He's a part of the family. So I'm gonna go try the back door. I'm gonna break the windows. Is that okay?
It's up to you if you want to break the window. If I was going to break something, I'd probably break your garage door. If you can still secure your garage, once your window's broken.
Just check the windows and if it's not locked, come back. Or if it's locked, come back.
Open that door.
Yeah, that would be my suggestion is if you're going to break something, break that door because you can still lock it in the garage.
You want to check your front door to make sure it's not unlocked?
It's that gate is locked out of the drum, trust me, I know. It's just, it's there. So there's just a big deadbolt here.
Well,
Kick it in.
Swift kick will do it.
I'll do a mule kick. Try that first. You gotta get closer to the...
It's not easy to look on TV, is it?
Oh, at least the deadbolt worked.
Gay, come on over. Draw me up. Anybody in there?
An empty bed.
Take the travel, I'll skip on stuff out. I'll figure out what it is.
You don't have a dog door? You have a dog door?
She's taking my son. If he's not at school tomorrow, report that I have no choice. He's sexually out of what she's done. Nobody will call me.
You have any tools?
No.
about it. You're almost got it. You want us to enter the home, right?
Door, police. Anybody in the house? Police department. Right there.
Here, just hang tight right there.
What's that?
Just hang tight right here. Oh.
It's all clear.
Oh my God. I can't do. She's. What have I done?
Yeah.
Other than what she said today.
Yeah, you know, what she said was subjective, I guess. She said, take the kids, I don't care.
I don't care what happens to them. Take the kids, I don't care what happens to them.
Well, that's not a direct threat to harm.
I know.
Everything she said it sounded very carefully subjective.
But
Nothing
she
could be
won't
interpreted
contact
as-
me, won't tell me where they are. Is there something I can do about that? Because she's got a Infinity.
Did she say she was leaving or anything like that, or she said anything like that?
In fact, she told you not to come back, is what she said.
Well, as a parent, she has the right to take her children, whether, who knows where she's at. We don't know where she's at. She has the right to take the children. You weren't home at the time, so she's in her legal right to do so. Okay. As of right now, the statements that are listed in here are provided by you, which, to my understanding, you kind of overheard some of them? Okay. Did you hear her make statements of wanting to harm or kill herself? Did you hear any statements of her wanting to harm or kill Charles?
No, other than she used the word destroy,
That's what
which again, you know, subjective. She could have meant a number of things on this.
Okay.
There was definitely nothing that would qualify as a terroristic threat or
So she didn't say I'm going to kill you or anything like that. She didn't say she was going to kill herself or anything like that. Just some. Okay.
the irrational statements about calling him a different name and saying he was a different person. There was a level of disconnect from reality that was a bit disturbing. But that was, again, that's just my impression. That I don't have anything substantial to back that up. It's just a quick conversation.
And when did you try to call the nephew?
10 times today.
Excuse me?
Last night, 10 times today. He won't answer. No text. Look, here's his text. Last time he answered me was Tuesday.
But you were home Tuesday, right? Or you left Tuesday morning? You left Tuesday.
Tuesday morning. It was last Tuesday. Okay. And yesterday, no word from me. No word from Kylie, my daughter.
Does your daughter live here too?
Yeah.
From what I'm gathering, correct me if I'm wrong, this is where I would go. First of all, we don't know if she took your truck. So you parked it at Sky Harbor on Tuesday morning. I would contact Phoenix Police, make a stolen vehicle report with them.
She took all my clothes out of my closet too, so this is what I got.
Start with Phoenix PD, report your truck stolen. Okay. As for tonight, we don't have a crime. We tried to serve this during the course of doing a welfare check. Okay. All the doors were locked.
This can't be served again.
Hold on, time out. You gave him permission to force entry into your home. What I can do is I can do a special incident report documenting some of this information. As of right now, there is no crime. Okay. We attempted to conduct a welfare check here by speaking with your wife and also to serve this.
Pickup order, right?
2 separate calls. We classified it 2 separate calls. Okay. Normally we don't do this after 10 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
It's a civil order, and we're not even allowed to serve a search warrant without a judge's specific order at nighttime. There has to be specific cause that says that this needs to be served at night for some reason. So those don't get served at night normally.
This falls into that
But
criteria, same criteria. The only reason why we're here is some of the statements that you made towards our dispatchers that you provided to them, that he made the decision to come here to conduct a welfare check to make sure that your children are safe. Okay. Upon us being here, you gave us permission to force entry into your home. That's got to be documented regardless. Okay. That covers our. So what I can do is I can type out that special incident report. You'll have a report with Phoenix Police. Technically, I mean, at this point, you know, you can do a missing persons report, but it's, I mean,
She's taking my son out of school.
we don't know that.
well, even if she did, she has that legal right. She's the parent. She can do that. So we don't.
Permission. I mean, what?
She's the legal guardian of the child.
What
She can.
can I do, guys? What can I do?
Like you said, you can file a police report with Phoenix. One way to try and get a response from one of them is say, hey, send a message to all of them saying, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. My truck was gone from the airport. I've reported it stolen to Phoenix Police Department. If you guys took it, you need to let me know. So, because what's going to end up happening is,
Yes, can I track it with that?
if you got OnStar or whatever, you can call them and find out. Yeah, whatever their version of that is, and you can find out where it's at, then that's completely up to you. But again, it's the only thing we're going to do, even if your reporter is missing, is if we find her, it's going to be, hey, are you missing? And she's going to say, nope.
What about the pickup order for tonight?
The pickup order is listed in our system. Okay. If we come across her, we can serve that to her and take her to Community Bridge. Okay. If she's found in Orange County, California, they're not going to take her to Community Bridges. Okay. Okay.
If they find her in Flagstaff, they're not going to do anything with it. They're going to bring her down there. They're just, that's an order that's basically going to be held up around here in this area. They're not going to bring her down from anywhere else. So if they're somewhere else and they're long gone, they're,
We understand you're in a tough situation and it's kind of alarming to you. We get that part. But what we're providing is what we can do on our end.
I'll report my car stolen from the airport and missing persons report and check with the school and tell them.
When you make that report, don't tell the officer who you're reporting, my wife took it, because we don't know that. Okay. Make sure that you explain to him that you suspect she did, sure, and she's in the company with such and such, such and such. Make them know that you have a handicapped young child, because if it comes out stolen, you know, and she's just driving along, we don't want them to pursue the vehicle to, we don't wanna put your children in
She'll be in our
danger.
so she'll be in my truck.
But what I'm saying is just kind of, let them know some of the information of what's going on. But we don't know if she took it, we don't know if it
If
was
she
actually
doesn't show up,
stolen.
it disappears, there's nothing I can do after a period of time, or I can't see my son.
You'd have to go down to the court and file paperwork
I'm
for
going tomorrow to file paperwork for my son.
whether it's divorce paperwork or custody or whatever.
Copy this, I can give it to the attorney so we can file it for,
We can't give you a copy of that, no.
okay.
You should be, if you contact community, you filled it out with Community Bridges, you can ask them what paperwork they can give you, but we can't release
So
that
you can pick
paperwork.
her up if you,
If we find her,
if I say she's here, come get her, you can do that?
Well,
it depends on when you do it. If you find her at 4 o'clock in the morning,
No, 8 to 10.
Yeah.
8 and 10.
if you find her in the morning and it's outside those nighttime exception hours, which is 10 o'clock at night till 6:30 in the morning, and somebody who finds her, they can take her. Like this case where we came here to do the welfare check on the children, if we happen to come across her, we can serve it on her. But we can't come out here and just to serve it on her.
Gabe, I'm gonna need a ride tomorrow to go get a rental car. Okay. Just call me in the morning. Go home.
so what's gonna happen is this paperwork, we'll
You've been in good hands, thank you.
we'll hand it off to the next sergeant who comes on, which will be the daytime team, the morning team. And then they'll have this paperwork in their possession. Do you plan on being here the whole time tomorrow?
I have nowhere to go.
Well, you
have no computer.
gotta go get the rental car, you just asked them to come.
Yeah, besides, yes, over there.
So if she comes home tomorrow, you can call us, and we'll come out with this paperwork,
Okay.
and then that upcoming team will take care of the issue.
Okay.
So, start with the Phoenix Police. I'll do the special incident on the forcing entry and why we were
Mike,
here.
it's fine.
That way, some of the information will be documented on our end. I see you have your driver's license with you?
Need it?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I was trying not to kick it hard enough to swing it open and hit that other door, but that's what I ended up doing, so.
She's got a Hawaii driver's license, isn't she, from Hawaii?
By chance, Jim Charles is 27 and 27?
She's got to have some sort of proof because she's not going to back everywhere.
Your friend's family around here?
Her probably her sister, her brother's house, all her people on there.
That's all.
Thank you.
Start with them tomorrow. Okay, I don't want to add more concern to you by you trying to call them tonight and not answering.
I'm going to bed, guys. I'm wore out.
Completely understand. Completely understand.
Thank you so much.
All right.